Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Inshallah, we'll be starting shortly. We just finished Salaah, so just about to start, inshallah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Yesterday, I spoke a little bit about the origins of Maryam alayha ridwan. We'll continue a little bit with that story. When Zachariah alayhi salam saw that every time he comes to visit his niece, she has this fresh food, this fruit that's out of season, it truly inspired him. Because, as I mentioned, it was not only food that was there without anyone apparently bringing it, but it was fruit that was out of season. It wasn't available anywhere. And every time he asks, Anna laki hada, she says the same thing. Huwa min indillah. Inna Allah yarzuqu man yasha'u bighayri hisab. So Zachariah alayhi salam started to ponder and contemplate that now I have reached this old age. Some say that he was close to 100 years at that time, 100 years old. And he still didn't have any children. He said, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can provide Maryam with fruit that's not in season, well, I'm also not in the season of having children anymore. But if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can provide fruit out of season, then He can provide children also to people that are no longer in the season to have children. That is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala controls. And if Allah decides, then no one can overwhelm Him. So he earnestly started begging and making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. هنالك دعا زكريا ربه قال ربي هب لي من لدنك ذرية طيبة إنك سميع الدعاء. Oh Allah, give me a good progeny, a good, pure, pious, upright progeny. You're the one who listens to my prayers. And if you want more details about that dua of Zachariah alayhi salam, read the beginning of Surah Maryam. إذ نادى ربه نداء خفيا. He made dua quietly, secretly. قال رب إني وهن العظم مني واشتعل الرأس شيبا ولم أكن بدعائك شقيا. Oh Allah, my bones have become weak and frail. My hair is all white, but I don't want to be deprived of making dua, and I don't want to be deprived from what you have to give. And in his dua, he explained his situation. And wherever these kinds of duas are mentioned in the Quran, it actually teaches us how to make dua. Tell Allah your situation, share it with Him. Converse with Him secretly and quietly when no one else can hear you, no one else can eavesdrop. And tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala your problems. Make Him the one you turn to in your most worrisome moments. So he gave Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the details. وَإِنِّي خِفْتُ الْمَوَالِيَ مِنْ وَرَائِي وَكَانَتْ امْرَأَتِي عَاقِرًا فَهَبْ لِي مِنْ لَدُنْكَ وَلِيًّا يَرِثُنِي وَيَرِثُ مِنْ آلِ يَعْقُوبَ وَاجْعَلْهُ رَبِّ رَضِيًّا. So Allah, the people that are around me, I don't trust them. I don't think that they will be able to uphold this legacy of knowledge and practice that you have given me, that you have given to us, Anbiya alayhi salatu wassalam. I don't see anyone after me who is going to look after the people and maintain those teachings after I leave this world. So give me someone. Give me my own heir, my own inheritor who is going to uphold the knowledge that I have and the knowledge that is being passed down from the time of Ali Yaqub, from the time of Yaqub alayhi salam. And oh Allah, make him someone that you are pleased with. Make him someone that you are content with. Make him someone of beautiful akhlaq. Make him someone of good ethics and morals. Make him a good person. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent angels. فَنَادَتْهُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَهُوَ قَائِمٌ يُصَلِّي فِي الْمِحْرَابِ. Zachariah alayhi salam was busy praying at his place of worship. Angels came and told him, إِنَّا نُبَشِّرُكَ بِغُلَامٍ. We are here to give you glad tidings. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decided to give you a child, to give you a son. Ismuhu Yahya. His name is going to be Yahya. So the name was designated from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well. لَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ مِنْ قَبْلُ سَمِيًّا. No one has had this name before him. He will be the first person from the humans to have this name of Yahya. Zachariah alayhi salam said, "Oh Allah, how is this going to be? وَكَانَتِ امْرَأَتِي عَاقِرًا وَقَدْ بَلَغْتُ مِنَ الْكِبَرِ عِتِيًّا." My wife is barren. She cannot have children. And I am very, very old. How is this possible? So the angels replied, كَذَلِكَ قَالَ رَبُّكَ هُوَ عَلَيَّ هَيِّنٌ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the command and it happened. And Allah says that this is very easy for him. And after all, وَقَدْ خَلَقْتُكَ مِنْ قَبْلُ وَلَمْ تَكُ شَيْئًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you as well. You did not exist. Allah brought you into existence. Similarly, your son does not exist. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can bring him into existence through conventional and regular means or through irregular means or against the means. Now, Zachariah alayhi salam says, if indeed my wife is going to have a child, it means that this is going to be something very different and I need to be prepared. But how do I know? How am I supposed to know? So he said, Rabbi ja'alli ayah, oh Allah, give me some kind of a sign through which I can know that the time of this child's birth is close. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, ayatuka alla tukallim an-nasa ثلاثة أيام إلا رمزا in Surah Al-Imran and ثلاث ليال سوية in Surah Maryam, that for 3 days and 3 nights you will not be able to speak. You will not be able to speak. The only thing you will be able to do is guide people in La Ramza. You will be able to tell them through sign language what it is you want them to do. So Zachariah salam was busy worshipping, and then all of a sudden his words stopped coming. He became like a speechless person. And so he told his congregation, فَأَوْحَى إِلَيْهِمْ أَنْ سَبِّحُوا بُكْرَةً وَعَشِيًّا. He told everyone to remain busy with their worship, prayers, and their dhikr in the morning and in the evening. And he knew this time is close. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him his son, Yahya alayhi salam. These people were people of Iman. They were people of taqwa. And in Surah Al-Anbiya, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about some of the things they had because of which they were able to gain these miraculous gifts from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا يُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْخَيْرَاتِ وَيَدْعُونَنَا رَغَبًا وَرَهَبًا وَكَانُوا لَنَا خَاشِعِينَ. These people would rush forward to do good deeds. In other words, these are not people who wait for Allah to give them something and then they say, okay, I'm going to do something for you, O Allah. No, they would rush towards deeds. Nor would they wait for other people. Well, if other people do it, then I will do it as well. They would not sit around waiting for an environment to be created and then say, okay, I'm going to go and join that environment. They would be the ones leading the trend of doing certain deeds when they needed to be done, when it was most pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second thing is, they would call upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They would make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, رَغَبًا وَرَهَبًا, with love and yearning for Allah, and also with fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With love that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is merciful, He is kind, He is gracious, and He has ordered us to turn to Him, so we are going to turn to Him. But also rahaban, that it could be that our mistakes get in the way of our own gains and our own benefits. And وَكَانُوا لَنَا خَاشِعِينَ, they stayed humble in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are some characteristics that Zachariah alayhi salam and his family had. And yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts us through tests, but Allah azza wa jal is the most powerful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can make the impossible possible. In fact, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes the impossible easy. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to take these lessons into our lives and also walk on the path of these people. The reason why these people's stories are shared is because they are the markers of the straight path. When we say, "Oh Allah, guide us to the straight path," we're actually asking Him to guide us to the path of these people. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put us on that path. There are a few questions here, which I will
Sorry, my
attempt to
microphone was on mute. Sorry about that. One question is, who was the wife of Zachariah alayhi salam?
The wife of Zachariah alayhi salam was Hannah. Her name was Hannah bint Faqud.
Right. And I think you mentioned that the dua of Zachariah alayhi salam is at the start of Surah Maryam. Is that correct?
The dua of Zachariah salam is mentioned in the beginning of Surah Maryam and also in the early part of Surah Al-Imran.
Right. And there was another question, can a person use eye drops while fasting? A general question.
Yes, you can use eye drops while fasting. It does not affect your fast. Even if you feel the taste of the drops in your throat afterwards, the eye drops themselves are not going to nullify your fast.
Okay. And is Iblis locked up in Ramadan?
Iblis is locked up in Ramadan. The Sahih Hadith mentions that وَسُلْسِلَةِ الشَّيَاطِينَ and مَرَضَةُ الشَّيَاطِينَ. So basically the big and senior shayateen are locked up. However, it leaves room for some of the small ones to scurry around and still cause some mischief.
Right. We've still got a minute left. Is there anybody who wants to ask a live question? I've got Amin with his hand up here. So Amin.
Assalamu alaikum. And the question is, yesterday, you know how you said that Zachariah alayhi salam's pen was thrown into the river? Can we carry out similar tests just between us and Allah, like that? Like to see, for example, like if Allah doesn't want me to have it, He will take it away.
We should not we should not carry out tests or experiments in regards to the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because we could actually do a lot of damage to ourselves, to our property, and possibly to other people as well. Like someone says that, oh, okay, let me see if this gun is actually going to kill someone, if it's going to be the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or not. There is no harm in drawing lots, but those people were given their instructions through revelation, so they did exactly what they were told to do. So we don't need to go and throw our stuff into the river to see if it's going to stay afloat or not.
Jazakallah.
Thank you very much, Mufti Saab. We'll leave it there for today. If you wrote some questions that we didn't get around to, please ask them again tomorrow. And don't be shy to ask your questions and come on live like Amin did. Thank you very much for that, Amin. And thank you, everyone. Jazakallah khair. Thank you, Mufti Saab. Jazakallah khair.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Bye.